Hi guys! Jake and Marisa back again for more live reactions to
Kaitou, Sentai, Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu Sentai, Patranger. Alright, so this is our second of the double dose for the week.
Woohoo!
Woo! We'll be continuing to do these twice a week episodes until we're caught up, and then I will make up my mind if we want to try and do anything else for Sundays after we're caught up until Beast Morphers comes back around. I'll probably just try and, barrel ahead on DRPR 87 and, the not XA, build writer log, because I already did the XA writer log, or maybe a conversation in context or something.
So happy Hanukkah again.
Yes, happy Hanukkah.
By the time they see this, it'll be the last night of Hanukkah.
This is true. Yeah, because we're releasing this on Sunday.
And we're filming it on Friday.
Yeah, we're looking at doing a Hanukkah party tomorrow night.
We'd usually film it on Saturday, but like I said, Hanukkah party.
Exactly. And this time we actually can watch it early as opposed to Power Rangers, which always premieres on Saturday.
Exactly.
So,
I think we got a box of Trick Hanukkah candles. It's like Trick birthday candles, only the other way around.
Yeah, it's,
You light them, and then you move on to the next candle, and the one you just lit goes out.
They're old candles from
Not last year. We have 3 boxes, so these ones have to be at least 3 years old.
I don't know how we ended up with so many boxes, but yeah, we have
one box is last year, 1 box is the previous year, and 1 box the year before that. So it's got to be at least 3 years old.
It's so strange that we have so many boxes. Because you only really need 1 box per year.
Per year. So they give you the exact. Okay, no, they give you 2 candles more than you need in case you break one.
Yeah.
But. Well, I know that when we were living at the school, we didn't get to light them every night.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it.
And
but yeah, it's funny because some of these candles are so old that the wick will burn up really fast, and then it'll just stop. So you need to keep the fire on it until the wax goes down
far enough to make it. Because there's something very wrong with the parts of the wick that are still out there. They just go.
Well, they're just, I think, all dried out. I think is the thing.
So dried out.
So I'm sure that's very compelling for all of you.
Well, I thought the Trick Hanukkah candles gag was, a funny way of describing it. We probably didn't need that much detail, but whatever. We're gonna watch some Lupinranger.
Yes, versus Patranger.
Oh wait.
And I will say, in case because I imagine some people in the comments will be making mention of it. Yes, I have seen the scans of next year's Sentai. Marisa has not.
Scans?
Leaked images.
Oh.
So, if you want to see my thoughts on it, because I wanted to wait until we see the trailers for it so we can get the full reaction to what it looks like in action. But if you do want to see my thoughts on it, I have made a few jokes about it on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter already, Database Ranger. Easy to find. So, with that being said, yeah. If you want to find me on anything, search Database Ranger. If it's a form of social media and you can't find Database Ranger, it's because I'm not on there. So, with that being said, let's check out episode 41 of
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. The door to another world. And, oh, it's doing that thing where it's... There it goes. Nope. Come on. Nope. I hate it when it does this so much. Where it gets stuck on doing a draft. Nope. I can't reach the thing without... You get to do... There goes magical sound.
What?
Umeboshi?
Is that
I guess it's
super sour stuff. Okay.
Oh.
I was gonna think it was something like kimchi, but it's not. No, I think those are a vegetable. Maybe. That's been fried or dried or something, like maybe a pepper or something. But
oh, yeah, she's happy that everything worked out. It's being very silly. They're being all friendly. Everybody's friends. Toma's just like, friendship.
Tsukasa seems to be all like, aw.
Yeah. Oh, Destra, what'd you up to?
Where have you been?
Yeah, you haven't done much. He's feeling shame. The villain's going to do a thing. Haven't seen the villains do a thing in a while. There was the whole competition over Victory Striker and Signal Striker. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, he would have. If he was gunning for his seat, he would be the one to take it. That's a good point.
Did he just give him his blessing?
Mysterious treasures left by the Phantom Thief Austin Lupin, known as the Lupin Collection, have been stolen by the Ganglers. The thieves who fight to recover what they've lost. The police who fight to protect world peace. Whose side are you on? Yami no nakade Futeki ni wa aru silhouette Kono shutai Shiritake, catch me if you can. Destiny, Yokoku Saru Honto no Nuchi wo Rikai suru mono Dake ni Hikari Hanatsu Mongai Fushutsu no collection.
Hold up, Lupin,
Garen ni mau Chase you up Ubakeisu Uchinai Shitoki wo Tokasu Tame Darumawase
hold up,
Lupin Samete Guru Chase you up Yatsura ni Adu Uzayaka ni Lupinranger. It's showdown. The door to another world. Shall we have plot? Is Tsukasa about to do some shipping? Not doing any flirt. Oh, right, because he was doing the fake flirting the other day. Yeah. He's not okay with them being so nosy into their lives. Keep the relationship professional. It's interesting seeing an interaction between Toma and Tsukasa. We haven't really seen that before. Patranger. Destra appeared out of nowhere.
These guys get in and out of where they're going. You know, we don't have like beams or spaceships or like cracks.
I'm not sure when it comes to Destra. I mean, we know that Ghosh has her doobie doobies.
It's dangerous to fight her alone. That is an understatement. I mean, to fight him alone.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Yeah, Destra has really just shown himself to be by far the most powerful of any gamer. Whoa. Whoa. What? Oh. He was trying to capture her.
To the Gangler world. That's what the door to the other world is. The door to the Gangler world. So they all use the doobie-doos. I guess.
Yeah. So he wants to personally execute them in front of Boss Adriano. Which, you know, it seems a little past due for them to finally do that. Whew. That is a move.
And this is why he doesn't get Noel. Interesting reason.
Fair enough. Did I kill him? Oh well. Oh, he didn't realize that Toma was
he doesn't realize that Toma's.
So that's why.
And neither does she. And yet again, she's alone with a Patranger. Lupinranger.
Yeah.
Remember when she was stuck alone with Umika?
Yeah.
She's always been the one who's closest to figuring it out, too.
Well, yeah, of course. She's the smart one.
Now he's gonna, excuse me, have to learn to be friendly with her.
Yeah.
It's a stuck in an elevator trope.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll finally be forced to spill their cover.
We'll see. Let's see how he handles this. Toma-kun. Oh, that drone? Because they used the drone because they needed to over the water.
He's a little old for her to be calling Tomo-kun.
Yeah.
But it's clear that she's doing that in a sort of, I'm the police and you're a civilian kind of way.
Yeah.
It's like, I will protect you, civilian.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not meant to be degrading.
Yeah.
Or chiding him like when
Kairi
calls him Kei-chan.
Yeah. Hey, Noah.
He's still all wet.
A little bit. Yeah. He should have gone off and more.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Only because they don't know who he is.
And I imagine part of that is because up until now they haven't really cared about their identities. Patrangers are just public about them. I would think.
I'm just an ordinary chef.
Alright, he's got to fight them even if he can't do the work.
Yeah, he refused. He's not going to leave her. Look at him. He's just like, I can't leave.
I'm amused by that rock. His juror persona. Oh, they're referring to the summer movie.
Was he also trapped with them and unable to morph?
Yeah, we saw the previews for that. Remember, he
Great. So now they've all had a turn at being trapped with them and unable.
Well, I think it was just Keiichiro and Kairi.
Right, but also Umika was stuck with her in the haunted house.
Yeah, but not in Gangler World.
Oh, he was actually in that world.
Yeah. That's what I'm referring to. Because it was Keiichiro and Kairi in Gango World. Why? Why not? What else is he supposed to do? Also, she's his best chance of getting out of there.
Oh, he's saying that he has to protect her because Umika and Kairi would be really upset if something happened to her.
I like that we finally get these two paired up. Because it's one... It's
yeah, they are the adults.
Well, it's pretty much one of the only pairings that we haven't really had. Like, we had Toma and Sakia, and that was hilarious.
Oh, for sake.
Come on. I hate it when he does that. Is there anything I can do about this? Can't even find them. Oh, never mind. I just got kind of frozen for a moment there.
What did you do with Tsukasa?
But I remember saying when, oh, you can see where the actor's eye holes are.
Yeah.
It's my first time noticing that.
They're here relative to his eyeball.
Oh, they got blasted through. That's unfortunate. And Keiichiro remembers it. Like he's freaking out. Oh. But, oh, it's Miko? What are you up to? You just chilling? Yeah, what do you do now? You probably should have been morphed.
Kairi! Oh, no, he's holding it too.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Stronger than all three of you guys. You should have morphed. That was an error in judgment.
God, it closed.
Like, I don't know why you thought you'd be strong enough to hold him without morphing first. But no, I remember saying when Toma and Saki had their episode together that it was a good dynamic.
Woo!
Oh, time for him to use hers and do some shooting. There we go. And that Porterman just is like, what? Oh, we got... There we go.
Well, he won't be forced to morph.
There we go. But I was thinking back then that pairing up Toma and Tsukasa would be interesting. Because it was, you know, straight man versus goofy guy. We hadn't seen the two straight men of their respective teams paired up yet. Oh, this might even the odds a little bit. I forgot that it kind of replaces his cape. I don't think I've noticed in that level of detail before.
Oh, right.
He's just charging straight at you. Yeah, no, that does not.
Oh!
You should be using Lupin Magnum, dude.
Predicting his moves is not an advantage.
Yeah. You can't stop them. He is far too strong. You should be using Lupin Magnum. Fight him from a distance, dude. Oof.
I think he just rung his bell.
Yeah, I think that was a hammer to the head there. Oof. Oof. It's one of the very few times that we've seen just how much damage a hit to the head really can do.
That's what I said. He really rang his bell.
What? What? How were they able to escape? Did they just come straight back to the way they came in? Or did Zamigo help them? Toma runs off so we can morph and go.
You're not a popular guy. I love how his nose is underneath that red bit there. That's under his mouth.
Yeah. Here we go.
The Patrangers are taking center stage this episode.
A little bit more, yeah.
So
This one's a pretty even-handed episode.
it is. I'm just. Last time we had so much Lupinranger.
Yeah, I know.
So they get to be the ones who are really leading this fight.
Yeah, I like that. Well, they're more so the cavalry in this case. It's a little different.
Well, you'll notice that the Lupins seem to have fled the scene.
They've got to work together.
Oh,
no, they're still there.
Red's still. Yeah.
He's just in rough shape.
He just tossed them.
Oh no!
Oh.
Blue and yellow. Oh, they want to get his. Oh, that's right, because you need two.
Two for each.
For gold.
He has nothing in his safes.
Oh. What's up with this?
Jim Carrey's most annoying sound in the world has nothing on this.
Very annoying. I can't even do anything about it because the cursor doesn't show up until there it goes. Yeah, they're like, he's this strong without help. There we go. Gotta work together. Good striker, yes. Ugo. Yes. Let's get these super strikes going.
Wait, are we actually blowing Destro up?
Whew.
Holy moly.
I don't know if that did it or not, but whew. I'm surprised they didn't bust out Lupin Magnum.
What?
Where's Lupin Magnum? Use it. What? Grenades? What? Wait, what? Oh, Golem. Yeah, because that's his...
Okay, so now he's going to take off back to the other world, and these guys have to do a sword battle against golems.
Yeah. Oh, Tsukasu's wiped.
Well, yeah.
There we go. Lupin died.
Rushing flow douses flames! Let's steal victory!
Alright, so this is the victory splash magic. Victory Lupin Kaiser.
Now, X-Emperor can combine with the two remaining Patrangers, can he?
Yeah, he can. I believe so. I'm not sure, actually. Has he done any arm swaps?
No, I mean with the other two, oh no, he just has to get them to launch them so that he can...
Right,
so
yeah,
that's
so
already
no.
X-Emperor.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't do arm swaps like
Alright, kiddos, I guess all you can do from the ground is scoop up Tsukasa and get her to a medical facility of some kind.
Like, I can't tell which one's which. Well, we have to destroy them both, doesn't matter. Oh, good point. Alright, switching it up to Signal Striker. Ooh, that was a nice perspective shot from inside. I like that. Of the visor opening, so he can toss in the machine and then launch. The blast him to smithereens cannon. I am amused by the extremely straightforward nature of their
One thing
names.
Sentai definitely has on Patrangers is that they just put a lot more time, effort, and thought into their background tracks.
This is true. I mean,
they may both put the same amount of effort into their themes, but when it comes to the scoring,
well, back in Mighty in the Mighty Morphin through Turbo days, we at least had the glory of Ron Wasserman.
Yeah. We don't have
Because there were a lot of background songs back then. And we just haven't had any.
I mean, we have the Go-Go Power Rangers kind of back song.
That's
and we have the sort of not quite Bulk and Spell song for
for right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that was cute. Alright. So is Tsukasa about to get suspicious again because he was a good shot?
And Blue didn't show up until after they got back?
I don't know.
How did you get back?
She would notice that.
I don't know the details.
So why did Zamigo...
To sabotage Destra.
Yeah.
Zamigo wants to be...
What does he want?
Like, listen to this music.
Yeah. He's got his own little motif going on Zamigo is the only other double gold that we've seen.
I think Zamigo uses the same kind of face covering that whoever is under Destra is using. Just with a lot less stuff on it.
Yeah. And it's not like there was anything else you could really do. How else were you going to get out of there?
Proud of you for hanging out by yourself, Tsukasa.
でも素人とは思えない構えでしたよね。アクション映画とか好きなのかな。そうだな。
Maybe. Just an ordinary ship.
Destra's not happy. Oh, Ghost is
laughing at him. Someone sounds upset.
Is he gonna step it up? He's gonna step it up next time. Let's see. What's our previous set? Ooh. Yep. Destra is stepping. Oh, Ghost is getting in on it too.
Whoa. Final battle. It's only episode 42.
I'm assuming final battle with Destra.
Destra?
Whoa.
We've been losing the dragon that far away from the finale?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I recognize we don't have that much left in the series, but we'll see what happens. Does look like next time's going to be focused on beating Destra.
I love how everybody's like posing, and there's Noel just...
Yeah, that's his pose.
He's in like second position.
Yeah.
He's about to start ballet.
Yep, that's his standard pose. All right, so it looks like things ramping up a little bit. Don't know exactly what it's ramping up to, but we're going to see the end of Destra after his long history of
that we're not going to have
anything.
them find out who the Lupinrangers are until the finale.
Well, close to it at the very least, I would expect. I believe I heard.
We're getting close to it, as you just mentioned.
Yeah, I believe I heard somewhere that that it's on track for 50 episodes. I could be wrong. In which case, we've got like 9 episodes left to go. Considering, you know, we're apparently going to be taking out the next episode looks like it's going to be dedicated to taking out Destra. I don't know what the final 8 episodes are going to be. We still don't know. We still gotta take care of Zamigo, Gauche. We still don't know what the deal is with the supposed mole at the Global Police.
Somebody in the comments at one point suggested that there is no mole in the Global Police.
Yeah.
And that actually makes sense, that was just their explanation for how that happened, when really it's just that Gauche can go through walls.
Maybe. But it was also never addressed. So I'm assuming until the show establishes something otherwise, maybe Gauche is the mole. In which case, she's... But they made it sound like it's a plot point, so
But we haven't heard of it in like 20 episodes.
Yeah, I know. Just like we don't hear about most plot points very often.
This is the last time we saw Kogoda.
I think he showed up at the beginning of the last episode.
Oh, you're right, he was. He was in the very beginning.
Yeah. Also, it feels like longer because we took 2 weeks off.
But not since the last episode we watched.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, in general, as far as various plot points.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I feel like we'll probably get something more with regards to Gauche's experiments. It's entirely possible that Destra's destruction is going to tie into a new experiment from Gauche.
Maybe she wants to get his gold safes.
Entirely possible.
Experiments. And by goading him into going back to fight them,
she
separate his safes from his body.
She can experiment with safes, with gold safes, which she hasn't had a chance to do.
Exactly.
Maybe graft them onto Zamigo, who knows? He could be a quadruple gold safe. Or maybe the big thing will be...
Maybe she wants gold safes.
Maybe she wants gold safes. Maybe Bosto Griano will get some extra safes.
Maybe there is no ability to change... maybe he's not planning on giving up his throne.
Yeah.
He just wants to become covered in safes.
Maybe.
And he's getting them all killed so that Gauche can graft all the safes onto him.
Well, the thing is, whenever they're resurrected, that's it for the safe.
That's true.
As we've established, once they're destroyed, they each get 2 lives. The safe is sort of their respawn. Once you've used it up, it's gone. But as far as this episode goes, it was good seeing Toma and Tsukasa interact, the two most competent members of their respective teams. It's interesting how, we're really leaning into the dynamics between the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers as being civilians outside of, the whole Ranger conflict, focusing on them becoming all friends at Juror. So I'm assuming that's...
Well, and that's probably why Toma is not happy.
Yeah.
Because he knows that they're actually the enemy, and that if they knew who they were, then the friendships would fall apart and his friends would be hurt.
Right. And that's basically what I think this is currently setting up, is the big fallout when they find out that their friends have been betraying them the whole time. However they want to internalize that. Although clearly they're going to be all working together again next time to beat Destra, because there's no other way to do that.
Yeah.
Destra's just too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool to see them in the Gangler world. It was cool to see some level of escalation again.
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Wherever all that's going.
What is Zamigo up to?
I don't know. We also still need to figure out where all the people that he froze went.
Yes.
So my predictions at this point is they're going to beat Destra.
Yeah, that's next episode.
That's the next episode. Then I think, considering all the focus on the relationship, I think probably shortly after that, we'll probably get the reveal of identities. And then I think that'll be the final arc. Is that
wouldn't that almost
getting
immediately result in them getting arrested?
Maybe, maybe not. But I feel like from that point, they're all going to then have to decide to work together to rescue the missing people. And then after that...
Or it'll be like one of those, We'll arrest you later.
And then after that, we'll segue into whatever the end game is with the Ganglers. Which, honestly, I don't know what the end game would be for the Ganglers. Because there is no ultimate goal for Boss Dogriano.
No, he's just seeking a successor.
Yeah, so...
I need an heir.
He has no reason to engage with any of the Rangers.
Nope.
So... I'm formulating my predictions here. I don't think the Rangers are going to take out Dogriano. I don't think they're going to have a final battle with him. I think he's going to get backstabbed.
And the Rangers will have a final battle with whoever backstabbed him?
Yeah. She'll probably either be...
Destra or Zamigo.
Ghosh or Zamigo, because Destra is the loyal one who's about to get taken out. And that's going to clear the way, I think, for Ghosh to make some moves. Maybe team up with Zamigo to take out Dogriano. And then it's going to be the Rangers versus the Zamigo-Ghosh partnership. That is my current prediction. What?
There's some dude on Reddit who's convinced I'm an illegal immigrant.
Okay. So that snort was not with regards to my prediction.
No, it was, I got another message and I was just looking at it and like, okay, dude, like, I'm not going back to Mexico because it didn't come from there.
Yeah. But what do you think on that front? That idea?
I think you're probably right. I feel like it's probably going to be Zamigo, though.
Yeah.
Who backstabs him, primarily because we haven't seen him and Zamigo hanging out very much.
Yeah.
We see him talking to Gauche a lot, and if she was going to pull something, I feel like they would have hinted at it in scenes where they were together. Whereas the fact that he hasn't been in many scenes with Zamigo makes Zamigo the more likely traitor.
The thing about Zamigo is he doesn't seem to have any ambition. He doesn't seem like somebody who wants to take over, whereas Ghosh, I could see her wanting to take over once Destra's out of the picture.
Maybe. I almost feel like Ghosh is somewhat of a Remora.
Okay. She goes with whoever's most powerful? Okay. Alright, and actually, come thinking, we have established the rivalry between Zamigo and Destra, so...
Exactly.
This...
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Gauche is part of it, but
I
I don't think that she wants to be Boss Dogriano. I think she would want to... That it's going to be Zamigo betraying him, and he might have Gauche backing his play and looking for her position as his second-in-command to become his Destra.
Yeah. Because,
Because she seems an awful lot
he's definitely
like
being presented as having an alternative agenda.
Clever opportunist.
Yeah.
Who knows better than to put themselves in the position of power. Because the person in the actual position of power is also going to have a lot more enemies than the person who whispers in the ear of the person who's in power.
One thing I just remembered is we still don't know what the deal is with Ghosh's binoculars.
That's right. We don't know why they freak out Goody so bad.
Yeah.
Noelle.
And we still haven't established who it is Noelle wants back. So we're still there's still a few lingering mysteries that can easily be wrapped up in the next 9 episodes.
Oh yeah. But that is a good point. I would like to know what's up with those binoculars.
And yeah, Zamigo is just such a sort of weird background character in many ways that, like, he does have a significance for the Lupinrangers. It's just hard to see him taking the reins of Big Bad since he's had seemingly no clear ambition up until this point, whereas at least Ghosh has some level of ambition.
We see him so rarely.
Exactly.
That he could very well have some form of ambition that's occurring off screen.
That's possible. But I'm also referring to just the attitude when we do see him. It's very
that trope?
Casual.
Hero of another story?
Yeah.
Well, he could be the villain of another story.
It's possible. It's just his nature seems so casual and sort of come and go as I please that heading an organization seems a little bit counterintuitive.
There's very little organization to that organization.
That's also true.
It seems to be a bunch of, may I kiss your ring, Godfather? I'm going to go do a thing. Can I do it? Yeah, go do it.
It's one of the frustrating things here is that we really don't know the dynamics of these villains very well.
No.
We've been with them for 40 episodes, and we do not know what their relationship is, really.
Nope.
They seem vaguely antagonistic to each other at times.
Yep.
They work together occasionally as it seems appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the relationship of all of the Ganglers.
Yes. So
we really don't know what anyone is trying to do, apart from just we know Destra is loyal to Dogriano, and
Dogriano would like to see somebody step up and prove themselves worthy of his position.
Yeah.
And Ghost likes to Frankenstein things.
Yeah. And this is one of the, and it's also sort of interesting just
it's one of the major weaknesses of the series. The lack of any clear motivation on behalf of the major villains.
Yeah, the villains are generally, story drivers.
Yeah.
And these ones really aren't.
No.
We're just sort of, generally enjoying the interactions of the heroes and the, random villains of the day, but we don't have a core story driver in the form of villains.
I feel like they might... The villains might be getting short shrift because of the dual ranger teams.
Maybe.
Because they have a lot more to play with of conflict, of inter-ranger conflict, without having to necessarily involve...
Well, they lean much more into the Monster of the Day plot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Monster of the Day are merely a vehicle for the ongoing Patranger versus Lupinranger drama.
Yeah, that's true.
Which means that, there's not necessarily a villain.
Yeah.
There is a villain, but it's like a window dressing villain.
Yeah.
That is there solely to provide a stage for the competition between the two teams.
Yeah.
Which is the real focus of the show, the two teams.
One thing that's interesting is, I think I mentioned the other day that, I was doing some more research into Ninja and Tokyuger. Mm-hmm. And with regards to...
You were watching Tokyuger. Didn't you finish Tokyuger?
Maybe. With regards to the villains in Tokyuger, they almost have their own entire little soap opera going on. And it feels like that's the sort of thing that should be going on here with the Ganglers. Basically, the Ganglers should be a mob drama.
Yes.
And
they've got all the trappings thereof.
But there's been no traction on anything resembling that.
Nope.
Like, you have the gentlemen thieves, you have the police, and the enemy is basically a mob, a mafia.
Godfather and his mafia.
And we never get any of the...
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't
of the mob drama. And I don't really know why, because it feels like it's right there, and they just kind of... We check in with them occasionally, but we don't... Nothing ever seems to be really happening over there on that side, except, if there happens to be a two-parter. And that's about it. And that is frustrating. Because I think we'll agree, we like the show, we want there to be...
more.
A story happening. And I think that's most of... That's the most common complaint with regards to this series.
It's suffering from a bit of Dragon Ball Z syndrome.
I don't know about that.
A lot of screen time that isn't going anywhere.
Well, to an extent, but in that was more so just stretching out plots and action sequences without actually having anything else going on. This at least we're having the monster of the day kind of episodes.
I don't think anything has Dragon Ball Z syndrome in the way that you're thinking, other than Dragon Ball Z. I cannot think of any other television show which took a week to get through 5 minutes.
Well, there are definitely, I'd say, other fighting-style anime. They'll have, like, tournament arcs that go on for forever, in the same way that Dragon Ball Z does. Dragon Ball Z is just the most prominent example, and it really pushes it.
This is probably coming up on the mic.
I don't know about that. Probably not. It's far enough away. So, yeah, I like that we're kind of starting to get traction. I want to see where it goes next week. I'm kind of in the reserve judgment mode on this one because I feel like it's all set up for the next one.
That I wonder is Tsukasa going to immediately tell the rest of her team? Because I think she's going to find out before the rest of them do.
Maybe.
Is she going to tell them? Or is she going to, like, confront them and be all like, you know, like,
I don't know,
confront them
that
alone?
might be an episode in and of itself of them dealing with that. Because let's face it, the final... outside of, like, the final few episodes, I think the next major arc of this show is going to be resolving the character arcs of the show before we take care of
resolving the battle.
Yeah. And the big character dynamics in this series has been...
the secret identity of the Lupinrangers.
Yeah, the relationship between the Lupinrangers and the Patrangers.
Yes.
Whereas in other series, you know, like, for instance, with Q Ranger, you know, we resolve things like, you know, Lucky's parentage. And then we get into...
and Stinger's brother drama.
Well, that was early. I'm referring to, like...
well, he got brought back up.
Not after his brother died.
That wasn't that early.
That was halfway through the series.
Really?
Yeah. That was less than halfway through the series, because that was before Tsurugi showed up.
Wow.
Scorpio was after Argo, but he didn't get it. He was destroyed first. Anyway, but my point is, you know, we were dealing with the relationships of the characters, and this is what's going on with my father, and the big reveal of who Don Armage actually is, etc. And then the last few episodes are fighting and defeating Don Armage. It's, you know, resolving the character issues of the series, and then from there we have the big
battle,
drawn-out battle once we've resolved the character issues. So I feel like we need to resolve the whole Lupinranger versus Patranger rivalry before they can actually have the climactic fight.
Or at least have a semi-resolution in the form of, we agree to let you continue fighting until the people are brought back, if you agree to turn yourself in at that time.
Maybe.
I think if they go that route, they will wind up reneging on it in the end and saying,
yes,
you don't need to turn yourself in anymore.
Either way, they do need to function emotionally as a united front, I think, in the final battle.
Yeah.
I think they may try and, you know, force things at first, and then fail, and then they come together.
Well, that's why I was saying that at the end, the Patrangers would go back on it and say, you don't actually need to turn yourselves in, because now we're actually friends.
But I do feel like, from what I have seen of this Sentai series I have watched, I do feel like they are trying to go for, you need to resolve the emotional arc to be able to defeat the villain. It seems to be a common theme.
Yeah, I mean, if they can't work together, they won't defeat the boss.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to work together.
So yeah, those are our thoughts, I guess, going into the end game of Lupinranger vs. Patranger, even though we're not really...
the end game of the Avengers!
Yeah. Even though we're not actually in the end game of the series yet, it does feel like the destruction...
for us.
Yeah, the trailer.
I'll let you know when we film
the trailer for the new
Friday.
Avengers. But it does feel like the destruction of Destra is impending, and that is going to be a change of status quo to initiate the, you know, final arcs of the series.
Yeah, it's going to change the dynamic on the villain side, which may actually spur them into more aggressive action.
Yeah. But, like, we had the whole, you know, Journey into Gangler World this episode,
Nothing
happened there.
Nothing.
There was nothing that went on apart from learning a little bit more about the rivalry.
Honestly, I
was
I was actually a little disappointed when the other Patrangers got sent through so early on. I was like, well, okay, so we're not going to explore this situation with Toma very long at all. He's going to have this resolved for him. Yeah. This whole do I morph or don't I morph, is my, thing more important than, her possibly dying and all that.
Yes.
That conflict just got erased.
Yeah. They really keep, going hey, it's a little plot, and we're stepping back. And we're stepping back. And it feels...
It's Lucy with a football, man.
Yeah.
It's Lucy with a football, and I keep kicking.
But, we're in the final 10 episodes of the series at this point. We must be, I think. Starting with this episode.
Yeah.
But I think we've probably
rambled on
long enough. We're going to have another one of these soon enough. Because we'll be releasing another one a few days after this one. Maybe something we might check out is maybe we might check out the summer movie.
That would be cool.
Before we, after we do our double ups. Maybe that could be another double up to kind of get caught up on what happened in that. We can see, because they've already referenced it twice with the triple color Lupinranger and mentioning that Kairi and Kezra have both been to Gangler World before. So maybe some more stuff happened then.
That would be some plot that we should probably check out.
So we'll keep that in mind. See if we might be up for that. Maybe around the holidays. Well, we are around the holidays.
This is the holidays.
We are mid-holiday right now.
We're in the middle of Hanukkah.
More so the week going into Christmas, I'm thinking, because I think that's around when we'll be caught up on what we've been behind on.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
And this is where I'm at.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Mr. Build the Wall, Trump 2020, go back to the barrio, go back to Mexico.
No, ignore that guy. That doesn't matter. This is unrelated. Anyway.
This is where I am. On this couch, watching Patranger.
Clearly this person doesn't even know who you are. They're on Reddit. They don't even know what your face is. They are not watching this video.
I belong here.
I know. Right. Stop having an argument with your
I'm not even having an argument.
You are basically arguing with your phone as it sits there.
Okay.
You are yelling at your phone.
No, I meant I'm not humoring him. I'm not
I
replying to him. I'm letting him run his mouth.
Does not matter. Anyway.
Could be a her. It's Reddit. I don't know.
Reiterate. Does not matter. So, we are on a live reaction to a Sentai show here. Right
yes,
now.
I'm here on this couch having a live reaction to a Sentai. Yes.
And now we're finishing it.
We're having a finishing.
Yes. We're saying, until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
I need to go to sleep.
Yes, you do.